National Signing Day technically is just the first day athletes can sign letters of intent to play college sports, but it's more of an official holiday now. History has shown us this game can come down to one kick, one field goal. And I don't think we're missing much. Look at the crowd of cameras following Coach O as he heads into the TV room to go through the ringer of questions. I tell you what, Coach O, he's an entertaining guy. The Tigers aren't losing nothing in the press conference department. He drinks 8 Red Bulls a day. He's the epitome of Louisiana. They say talk is cheap, and that's all we've been doing here at the Hyatt Regency Atlanta. Press conference after press conference. Halftime is over, and now time for the second half of the high school football regular season. Like they say in Varsity Blues, I can't say that on TV. 2018 couldn't have started worse for the Auburn Tigers. Not only did they lose the Peach Bowl to a non-Power 5 team, but 2 teams Auburn beat during the regular season were playing in confetti, celebrating a trip to the national championship game. It's easy to look at Gabe and ask how he's able to swim, but what you should be asking is how fast he swims, because the kid's good. His times are so good, in fact, Gabe has his eyes set on the 2020 Paralympic Games in Tokyo. You see, NASCAR's new rule change has put an emphasis on wins, so a trip to victory lane all but guarantees you a spot in the chase. Weather delays are always annoying, but sometimes it leads to something great, like a triple header at the College World Series, an action-packed day of baseball in Omaha with all 3 SEC teams scheduled to take the diamond. We'll start with Mississippi State and UNC, the game that was supposed to happen last night, but the delay worked out great for the Bulldogs. Top of the second, bases loaded, Jordan Westberg.
What that bat do? Hail State!
Hits grand slams, or as we around here call them, Jason Simpsons. 4-1 Bulldogs after that, and the floodgates would open. The score 9-2 in the 8th. Bases loaded again for Westberg, and again he comes through. Hard hit ball down the left field line. 2-run score. Luke Alexander trying to make it 3, and he does. Slides in head first, just under the tag. Mississippi State not only beats, but blows out UNC. 12-2 Bulldogs. Rally Bananas advancing. That was Jason, and he's calling highlights. They advanced to the semifinals. Top-ranked Florida lost its opener playing an elimination game against Texas. Jackson Kowar on the mound for the Gators, and he was dealing in the 3rd. Strikes out the side. 1-2 swinging. See you later. 13 Ks in 6 2/3 innings of work for that young man. The Florida offense doing its job. Runners on the corners. Jonathan India. What that bat do? Straight crushes it to left center. India showing why he was the 5th overall pick in the MLB draft this month. 3-run bomb extends the lead. The defending champs stay alive, knocking off Texas 6-1. The Longhorns join Washington as teams eliminated from the World Series. We were supposed to have that one more game tonight between Arkansas and Texas Tech, but once again, Mother Nature had other plans. This one has been postponed to Wednesday with an 11 a.m. first pitch. What a turnaround it's been for the Atlanta Braves. With a 3.5-game lead over Washington in the NL East, the team is eyeing its first playoff appearance since 2013, and that's showing up in the All-Star voting. The Braves have 3 players leading their position in the National League. First baseman Freddie Freeman, actually the leading vote getter in the NL with almost 1.5 million votes. Nick Markakis leads all outfielders in votes. He's hoping to earn his first All-Star game appearance. Then the rookie Ozzie Albies, the top vote getter at second base with just over 900,000 votes. In college football news, Oklahoma head coach Lincoln Riley is getting a raise and extension. The university increasing his salary from $3.1 to $4.8 million with annual raises of $100,000. That makes him the 12th highest paid football coach in college. His contract runs through the 2023 season. In his first year as head coach, Riley led the Sooners to an appearance in the Rose Bowl. And with that raise, Riley now makes more money than his starting quarterback, finally, Kyler Murray, who was drafted 9th overall by the Oakland Athletics and received a $4.7 million signing bonus, so they kind of had to. The calm of the water, cut by competition, it liberates Gabe Marsh.
Yeah, I feel free. I can do anything I wanted to.
He can do everything that anyone else can do.
Anything. As far back as Gabe can remember, he's loved the water, and he was fearless, even when fear made sense. When
I first got in, my mom had to get me up because I was drowning, because I didn't know how to swim the first time I got in the water. So she took me to swim practice when I was like 5.
Now 14 years old, he lives in Gunnersville but competes for the Scottsboro club team.
He's a good kid. He always works hard. When he's here, he's always smiling, having a good time. All of his teammates really like him a lot.
Just the way he is, the way he was born.
When he started coming, his mom was like, hey, he has no disabilities.
It's easy to look at Gabe and ask how he's able to swim, but what you should be asking is how fast he swims, because the kid's good. His times are so good, in fact, Gabe has his eyes set on the 2020 Paralympic Games in Tokyo.
When I first watched it, I saw the Paralympics where like everybody who looks like me tried their best and get medals. That's one thing I really want, to get a big medal. When I beat someone, that's what gets me pumped up.
It's that drive and determination to win at everything he does that has him knocking on the door of the Paralympics. It also inspires everyone around him, his coaches, his teammates. Even the Auburn swim coach couldn't help but take notice when he saw Gabe at a recent meet. Coach Brett Hawk came over, talked to you a little bit, gave you a cap and a shirt. How cool was that?
It was pretty cool. The first time he came over there, I didn't know who he was. Until my mom told me he was like the Auburn coach. He said, you're very inspirational if you get faster.
If he does, his dreams could come true, and Gabe would get to represent his country at the 2020 Games in Tokyo.
I just want to push myself and show everybody I can do anything.
Anything. Chase Horn, WHNT News 19 Sports.
Everything was going good. You know, I was happy. I was ready to play football at the next level.
Signing his letter of intent to play Division I college football at Eastern Illinois was a dream come true for Bob Jones punter Mike Bernier. But it was a nightmare that consumed Mike as he left to follow that dream.
Told him that my cancer was back, and but he didn't have to worry because, you know, they were going to treat me. 400
miles away at school, worry, it's all he could do. Mike's mom beat breast cancer a decade ago, but it was back. This time, stage 4.
There's really no way to just, you know, not think about it. It's always in the back of your mind. You're always thinking about it. Even when you're out there punting, you're in the middle of a game, you're like, you know, how's my mom doing?
Mike started every game as a freshman, but he knew his family needed him. So after a lot of prayer, he decided to walk away from his scholarship to come home.
We kind of tried to talk him out of it. I says, you don't, Mike, you're living an athlete's dream, playing football. I know you love, you know, your mother and everything, and being at home, but you have to understand, you know, we've got this.
I just felt like I would regret it if I didn't go home as she was going through this, and me not be able to see her as much as I could have.
It means everything to me. I mean, he's a great kid. I don't know what I'd do without him.
Mike gave up his scholarship, not the game. Still wanting to play but remain close to his family, he took a shot in the dark emailing the coaching staff at Alabama. Hearing his story and seeing game film, the Crimson Tide offered Bernier a spot as a preferred walk-on.
I think she was more excited than I was. I mean, seeing her while I'm happy with that big old smile on her face, you know, it doesn't get any better than that.
It means everything to me. I don't know how to say it better than that. My heart's just exploding.